All right, my friends, now we're going to be reading an informational book called Eye on the Sky. Keep in mind that the letter pattern we're focusing on this week is AR. So on page 4, the first story we're going to be reading is called Looking at Stars by Lars Karl. What are these people looking at? They are looking at the stars in the dark sky. The stars are far away. The bright stars shine like sparks of light. One of the people has a telescope. What is a telescope? A telescope is a tool. Many things seem small when they are far away. Small things can be hard to see. A telescope makes things look large. Did you hear any of our AR words on that page? Look at the parts of this telescope. The tube is the main part. The glass lenses are at each end. They collect light to help you see with the telescope. What do you think this is? It is a telescope. A smart man named Galileo made it in 1609. He made it to look at the night sky. Galileo was the first man to use a telescope to look at the night sky. He could see things he had not seen before. Soon, other people were using telescopes to look at the sky. Today, people still use telescopes to look at the sky. Look at the old and the new telescopes on this page. How are they the same? Today, we use some large telescopes. The Hale telescope is one of them. Today, we can send telescopes into space. This telescope is in space. It helps us see what space is like. A telescope in space took this photo of Mars. Mars is far away in space. The photo lets us see what Mars looks like. Telescopes are good tools. All right, let's take a look at some of the AR words we read in this story. Stars, sparks, large, barn, yard, dark. We saw all of those words in this story. Did you catch them? Let's read the next one. Help from the Sun and Stars by Mark Lamb. The sun is a star. It helps us a lot. The sun helps plants grow. People eat plants. So do animals, such as this gnu. The sun helps plants grow in the cold. We grow some plants for food. Snow and ice wreck these plants. When it is too cold, people cannot grow crops outside. Oh my goodness, look at all these plants covered in ice. Long before today, people knew that plants needed to be warm. They knew that plants needed light. So people started to grow plants in greenhouses. Many greenhouses were made of glass. Today, greenhouses may be plastic. Some look like hoops wrapped with plastic. The sun shines in and helps heat the greenhouses. With greenhouses and sun, we can grow plants in the cold. The sun helps us live in the cold. On a cold day, people can turn on the heat or make a fire in their homes, but homes can warm themselves. Homes made of mud bake in the sun, soaking up the warm rays. Today, people have other ways to make the sun warm their homes. The roof on this home traps the sun's heat. People use the sun to heat barns too. This warm barn is a safe place for these lambs and sheep. The sun and stars show the way. The sun and the stars help keep people safe too. Long before today, people wrote that sailors could use the sun and stars to find their way at sea. People still use stars to find their way. They can use tools too, such as a GPS tool. A GPS tool lets you know where you are. Some people have a GPS tool in their watch. One day, a GPS tool may fit on a thumb. Now in this story, we were working with some words that have these letter patterns: K-N, W-R, G-N, and M-B. Words like know and Rex, knees, and gnome. So keep that in mind when we do today's practice book work.